Hi, StarSurfer here with the monthly tarot and astrology reading for July 2023 for my Aries. Hello Aries, hello my fire signs, how are you doing? I hope you had a good June as we're wrapping up this month. I hope you had a lot of beautiful moments, made a lot of beautiful connections, realized and learned a lot of beautiful things. I feel like you have. And I hope that your July is fabulous, is absolutely wonderful. Let's dive into your astrology for the month, shall we? Now, right out the gate, right at the beginning of the month, on July 3rd, we have a full moon in Capricorn. Right at the very beginning, we have the peak of a lunar cycle. Now, if you are an Aries rising, and Aries is your first house, this is a full moon happening in your 10th house of career, public image, public-facing life. You will be visible. Right? Eyes will be on you. If you're trying to do something secretly where people aren't going to notice it on July 3rd during this full moon, it's not going to work. Let me just tell you, it ain't going to work. People are looking at you. It might be in a small moment and it might be in a very big moment, but embrace that. Take it as an opportunity to lead by example, right? To make a change you've been putting off. If there's something that in the back of your mind has been nagging you, I need to do this thing, I need to follow through on this dream I have, but something has been keeping you from it, use the energy of this full moon on July 3rd to make a beginning, right? To enjoy and experience the push from the universe, from source, right? From spirit, to get the ball rolling. If what has been holding you back from this moment, from this embracing and allowing this spotlight to shine on you, from making this change, is a lack of confidence, do what you need to do to boost your confidence. Affirmations, power poses, positive self-talk, getting your hype man, your ride or die to boost you up. Whatever you need to do to have your confidence match the moment will be beneficial, will be useful. Right? Because if what is keeping you back from this progress, from embracing the spotlight, from becoming the leader, is a lack of self-belief, a lack of self-confidence, it will be a waste of opportunity. It will be a waste of energy. So get into yourself, feel yourself, own it, make the change, be the leader, accept the spotlight graciously, but confidently. Right after this full moon, on July 3rd, a week after that, on July 10th, Mars, which is the planet that rules Aries. If you're an Aries rising, it's your chart ruler, which means it's the most significant planet in the sky for you. It has the most impact on you. Mars, which is currently in Leo, will move into Virgo, which is your 6th house of daily work routines, of schedules, of health, of service. If you are an Aries rising, we have these two moments a week apart from each other. We have the full moon in your 10th house where you will be visible. You will be called to be a leader. And then we have Mars, the planet of drive, action, dedication, preservation, commitment, momentum, and push. Moving into your 6th house of work, daily work routines and schedules. Yes, step into the spotlight, but make yourself worthy of the attention. This is what the shift of your chart ruler into Virgo, into your 6th house is saying. Walk your walk. As Beyonce said, I talk like this because I can back it up. Back it up, Virgo. Back it up, Aries. With this Virgo energy in your 6th house. Virgo loves systems, routines, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, meeting standards, thoroughness, tackle the nitty-gritty so that the visibility you're gaining is, you're deserving of it, right? You are aligned with it. How do you do that? You own it and you back it up with action. Right? This is what the beginning half of the month is going to be about for you. Step into the leadership role, but back it up with substantial action. A week after Mars moves into Virgo, so on July 17th, the middle of the month, we have a new moon, the beginning of a lunation cycle, the planting of a seed, the sprouting of an impetus or a motivation to do something, to make a change, to begin a path. A new moon on July 17th in Cancer. A new moon in Cancer is very powerful. Why? Because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Just as you are ruled by Mars, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So anytime the moon is in Cancer, she's at home. She's at her most comfortable, her most powerful, her most powerfully felt, her most influential. A new start, a new moon in Cancer is a great opportunity. If you're an Aries rising, this is a new start in your 4th house of home and family and childhood. Connect with your roots on July 17th, on and around July 17th. Connect with your heritage. Spend time with family and with people that feel like family, right? With blood family and with chosen family. Something can become very clear if you talk to these people about where you've been, where you are, and where you are going, right? You will feel supported. You will feel held. You will feel embraced. You will feel like you belong, right? If it's not with your blood family, if it's not with the people you grew up with, if it's not with the people that, gave birth with you possibly, it's with someone. It's with the people that you have made your family, that feel just like family, that might as well be blood. Find and seek out those people, right? Embrace those moments. Cook them a meal, right? Cancer loves to feed the people it loves, right? The way to Cancer is through the stomach, right? Cancer rules the stomach. It's like, cook the people you love a meal, gather around a dinner, and just reminisce and dream. Reminisce over the past and dream about the future and enjoy the present. For the rest of July, after this new moon, on the 17th, this is a great span of time to research, if the place you're living doesn't feel great to you, doesn't feel right to you, start to research moves, like possible new living situations, possible new roommates, possible shift in the people you live with. The seed will be planted on the 17th, and then you have the growing energy of the lunar cycle, right, until the next full moon, to really work with the energy, to put it into action, into motion. If you do like where you live, there's bound to be something that you could do, right? A way you could zhuzh up the furniture, a new thing you could buy with intention, with meaning, that would really benefit the energy in your home. You can clear the energy in your home. You can beautify your home in whatever way is personal to you. Of utmost priority, even if you love everything about your home, make sure your bedroom is a sanctuary so that when you go to sleep, you are sleeping well. When you wake up, you are waking up rested, right? If it's a crash pad, no. If it's a mess, no. If the bed needs to be replaced, do it. If the sheets need to be more comfortable, do it. If you need the blackout curtains, do it. Whatever you need to do to make sure your bed is a sanctuary. This full moon and the rest of July is a great time to do that. To either research a new home or to make the home you're in that you love even better. And also to connect with the people that feel like home. Family, blood, and chosen. On the same day as this new moon, the middle of July is wild. So on July 17th, we have the new moon in Cancer, but we also have the North Node moving into Aries, into your sign. What is the North Node, you ask? It is not an actual planet or a physical object in the sky. It is part of the moon's orbit around the Earth. It's a polarity, right? So there's a north node, and then directly opposite there is a south node. These are the points that eclipses happen. They stay in opposite signs for about a year and a half, and then they switch to the next two opposite signs. There are a lot of ways to think about the north node. In ancient astrology, it was kind of considered like a dragon moving through the sky. There is the north node, which is the head of the dragon, where we have hunger, where we want to move towards, what we want to seek out and grasp at. Where our ambition lies. There's the south node, which is the tail of the dragon, what we are releasing, what no longer suits us, what we have mastered, what we have learned and gained and can let go of, right? If you believe in reincarnation, the south node right? The point of release, the tail of the dragon, is the place is the energy you mastered throughout lifetimes. It's second nature to you, so you don't need to expend any more energy on this area. The North Node, the point exactly opposite, is something unfamiliar, uncomfortable for you, but if you move towards it, if you push yourself to explore that energy, you will grow in this lifetime towards your soul's purpose. In addition, right, because there are so many ways to think about the nodes, the North Node can be a place of gain, and the South Node can be a place of loss. The North Node is moving into your sign. It's been in Taurus, your second house of finances and the money you earn, since January of 2022, a year and a half. And now it's moving into your sign. You will be the focus, because we're all experiencing the North Node in Aries, which means Aries energy will be collectively, cosmically blessed and sought out and emulated. So lead, right? Take advantage of that to blaze and follow your own trail, your own path, something specific and unique to you. Lead us, right? But know there is no such thing as a solo success, right? Because the North Node is in your sign, your first house of self, what you want to accomplish, what you were put on this earth to do. And then the South Node is in your opposite sign of partnerships, right? It's in Libra, your seventh house. People will aid you. People will leave your life because they're not suited to this direction you're moving forward, but new people will come in that will support you. There is no such thing as a solo success. Chase the success that is meant for you, that is unique to you, but know that what you accomplish will only be possible through the assistance and aid of others. The North Node will be in Aries for a year and a half, right? And then it won't come back for 18 years. Take advantage of this. Use this energy. Pursue something incredibly ballsy, incredibly brave, incredibly Aries, right? People will be looking up to you. Walk your walk, back it up, but go for it. And then the last thing I'll say about your astrology is that Venus, the planet of love, beauty, connection, romance, creativity, values, finance, the divine feminine, is in Leo. If you are an Aries rising, that's your fifth house of creativity and romance. It's a great place for Venus to be. It feels flamboyant. It feels like it feels itself. It's feeling itself. It's feeling good. It doesn't care if people know it. It's like, yeah, I know I look good. Look, please. But Venus is going to retrograde, which means appear to move backwards in Leo, in your fifth house. Venus retrogrades happen every 18 months. So they're comparatively rare, and they're impactful because they happen for longer than a Mercury retrograde. Venus will be retrograde for a month and a half as opposed to 2 weeks. And it's a personal planet that's impact is felt on a personal level. I want to say Venus is already in the sign, in the house that it's going to retrograde in. So there's probably some kind of spark, creative or romantic spark that is being set off in your life, but put the pause on any big or irreversible or spontaneous creative romantic commitments, right? Because Venus is going to retrograde. It's going to move backwards. Anything that you're feeling now is something that will be not once, not twice, but 3 times touched upon energetically, planetarily, right? Because Venus is touching on it now. It will retrograde back over it. And then when it moves direct, it'll move back over it one more time. So if you go for something, especially something you can't take back easily, you're going to have to review it, renew, reevaluate, recommit, rededicate, restructure, reconfigure. All of those reverbs we attach to retrograde periods, will be true of this moment. Take the time to feel the impetus, feel the spark, and then during the retrograde, reflect, right? Is it something that is aligned with me, with who I'm moving closer to becoming, who I feel called to be? Or is it something from the past? Is it something different? Is it something ill-suited to my present, right? And then when Venus moves direct, you know, in September or October, like end of September, you can recommit yourself or uncommit yourself if the review process has revealed that this is not for you, more authentically, wholeheartedly, because Leo loves a wholehearted, bold commitment, right? But go easy now. Know that the review process is ahead of us, and take advantage of that time. It's not, you know, a pause or like you don't get this blessing from the universe. It's like, this blessing could be yours, but is it really a blessing? And is it really for you? I don't know. Only you can answer that. But like, you can only answer it if you get curious, right? Okay. You've got some great astrology, Aries. You've got some fabulous astrology coming up for you in July. And I'm very excited for you. I mean, this nodal movement, the North Node moving into your sign, like, it happens every 18 years. Like, embrace that, enjoy that, follow through with that drive that will be with you. Accept the visibility, but also like accept the responsibility that that entails. Let's pull you some cards. I have the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck. Some animal medicine for you. Again, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, Jupiter, and North Node. A lot of people. So take the messages that resonate. The reading won't be for everyone, but you'll know if it's for you. Leave the rest. Aries, 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 Aries. How do you feel? You feel honestly like a bit disoriented. Like that feeling you get when you stand up too fast and your head rushes a bit. Like I feel like you've made a lot of very rapid progress and maybe you were stagnant for a long time. But like recently it's like, boom, you shot up. And like now you're like, whoa, what's life like up here? I was down for a minute too long. I gotta readjust. It's not bad, but it is a little disorienting. Let's see what the cards have to say. One more after this. All right, that's good. Any messages or insights for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node? Yeah, I'm like a little queasy. I don't like that. I don't love it. We'll see. Yeah. Man, the oyster. You've definitely been closed down, shut down. The oyster is like a hiding energy. It's a don't look at me. It's like I'm back in my shell, whatever, whatever. Like you've definitely been in this moment, right? That like hiding out. But then right underneath that, the wolf, the pack, the energy of the pack. This is a very solo energy. It's a very hermity energy if you know the tarot. This is connection. This is like, I cannot get where I'm trying to go alone. I saw what being alone did to me and now I'm coming out of it and I'm a little like, whoa, because this, like, I'm adjusting to the light. It's very dark here. I needed this period of rest and hibernation, recuperation perhaps, but now I'm in the light and it's like, whoa. I know I need to be here, but I'm also a little bit like, oh shit. Do I remember how to do this? Do I remember how to be with people? Do I remember how to be out? Do I remember how to let myself be seen? Do I remember how to connect? Like, do I remember? Will I allow myself? I want to, but will I allow myself or will I shut back down? There's a tension here. We're out of this and in this because we know we should be in this. We want to be in this, but there's some resistance. Like, this was cozy. If growth can't happen here, it's at least comfortable. Or if it's uncomfortable, there is a familiarity to it, right? You know what you're going to get, darkness, right? This, we have other people. There are other variables involved. Things get iffy. Things get, ooh, I don't know. I'm back. I'm out. Don't hurt me. Don't go wild. I want to do this. I got to do this. It's a lot. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Go easy on yourself. You don't have to go from like this closed down to like being the center of attention, the life of the party. Like, go easy on yourself. Find the people that you can connect with gently, gingerly, tenderly, because you are tender now, right? You're coming off of something that made you shut down, close down. You're done with it. That period is no longer suited to you. You are no longer suited to it, but like you are still, it's like when you get your cast off and you're walking on what was a broken leg, like you don't just run a marathon, right? You're healed, but you're regaining strength. Any other messages or insights from my Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Ooh. The Black Egg and the Panther. Throat chakra, sacred rage. You're angry about something. The reason you shut down might have been because something happened that made you just so angry that you knew if you spoke about it in the moment, if you addressed it in the moment, it might have had to do with family or friends. Like a friend might have done something, a coworker, someone in a group or a collective might have done something that made you so angry you couldn't speak on it, and you shut down because you were terrified of your own rage, of like the power that it could reap if you unleashed it on whatever poor soul. I mean, they definitely did something they should not have done, so I shouldn't, you were feeling this for a reason, is what I should say. And you absolutely need to speak on it, because this is not anger over nothing. This is sacred rage. This is like, something happened, made you shut down because you were so angry, so disappointed, so furious that it happened. You couldn't speak out on it in the moment. And you knew if you didn't speak out on it, but you stayed in the situation, like it would come out sideways. So instead of dealing with any of that mess, it feels like you shut down. You closed down to avoid the trouble, to avoid having to speak out on it, but also to avoid having it speak out of you, sideways. But this feels like you've cooled off a bit. You're absolutely still angry, and this feels like something you deserve to be angry over. But you also feel like you've cooled off enough that you can come at it now, you can address it, you can speak on it in a way that is productive instead of just like tear it all the fuck down, burn it down. I'm done. I cannot believe this happened. I'm so upset. I want to destroy this friendship. I want to destroy whatever it was. I want to destroy you because you did this terrible fucked up thing. We put the brakes on, right? We went into hiding. We may be disconnected from whoever it was that was angering us, but now we're coming back out and we're ready to speak on it in a way that possibly could get some solution met, some mediation granted, some anger eased and released. Not a lash out, right? But a release. You're ready to bring it to the light, which is to say you're ready to speak on it. This person needs to hear about it. You owe it to yourself and also to them to like make sure they don't pull fuckery like this again with you or anyone. Because I'm telling you, this is something that like no one should be on the receiving end of, like whatever happened. And so they need to hear about it, and you need to speak about it. You're in a place now you can do it productively, you can do it more maturely or more intentionally with more awareness of the effect you're having, of the effect you would like to have, and how to bring those things closely into alignment. Before it was like, I know how I feel and I don't care how I'm coming off because I'm so angry, I'm about to like flip a table. But now you're not going to flip the table, you're going to sit at the table and you're going to have the dialogue. You're going to have the heart to heart because this person needs to hear about it and you need to get it off of you. This is black heavy energy. This is like dark energy that's just been eating away at you, right? The snake, akin to the world card, if you know the tarot, closing of a loop. Like this shutdown you went through because you were so angry, and refusing to speak because you thought it would be too destructive to address in the moment, has kept the loop unclosed. right? There's something here that you need closure on, and you're only going to get closure on it when you come out of the shell, when you speak on it. But when you speak on it, like, it will be a definitive moment for you. Like, even if this person does nothing to change, which, I mean, I feel like with this energy, they might actually hear you, like, and change something, because they'll be like, oh my God, I really messed up. I really did something that is not okay. But even if they don't, it's not about their reaction. It's about your closure, right? It's about you turning the page, right? Speaking the words and then ending the chapter. You might need to write a letter, right? That might be the way. And that can be a release. But whatever you do, address it. You're in a place now where you can, and you know you will and can and should. And when you address it, like, you will be released from it. You will be freed of it. This person might learn something, but you, a weight lifted off. The moth. Overall, the moth. Moth is moth to a flame, right? Magnetization, attraction. This is someone who refuses to, like, shine their flame. They hide their light. Know that, yes, you are coming out. And when you come out, like, people will come to you, flock to you. You know now you need to speak your truth with everyone around you, including these new people that will come in. But know that you are worthy and deserving of community, right? Of attention, of becoming and owning your own nature as a leader. Aries is leading the pack always, leading the pack always. Like, you will find the pack is magnetized to you when you come out of this. Like, the pack is magnetized to you. So talk the talk, but also back it up, walk the walk, right? Eyes will be on you. That might be a reason you resisted for so long, is because you're like, I know when I come out, like, people are going to be looking. People are going to be looking. Let them. Give them something to look at. Right? Give them something to look at. Why not? Why not? Let's pull some tarot for you on this spread. Oh, my Aries. I love Aries. I love all the signs, but I love Aries. You got the fire, babies. People like it. Moth to the flame. All right. Any other messages or insights for my Aries as it pertains to this spread? Any messages for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node? Any other messages for my Aries? What was I saying about the oyster? What did I say it feels like? The Hermit. And right underneath the Hermit, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Hermit, we've talked about. It is shutting down, going within, cutting out outside influence, removing ourselves from external influences, from groups, from connection, but out of necessity, because we needed to get in touch with our compass, right? With what we wanted, what we needed. We couldn't keep being influenced by things that weren't authentic to us. We had to find our authentic path in life, and we could only do that when we remove ourselves, when we isolate, when we go away, when we retreat, when we go within. But this tells me, because this was right underneath it, like, at this point, you've done the Hermit. You're ready to come out of the oyster. If you stay in the oyster, if you stay in the hermit, like the Knight of Wands upright is like movement, bold, bravery, courage, creation. In reverse, we're not moving. We don't feel the confidence necessary to progress forward or to, swing for the stars, shoot for the stars, whatever it is. Like at this point, like it's time to come out of hermit. It's time to come out of the oyster because it's time to move. It's time to get your fire back. You know this, like you're coming out of it already. This is just reiteration for me that that's what's happening. The oyster was necessary, was needed, but the period of it has passed. The period has passed. So come on out, get on a horse, tackle the goal, chase the dream. Any other messages or insights for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node? Any other messages or insights for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node? Wow. Okay, let's talk about this. I have the Emperor in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. The Emperor upright, guess what he corresponds to? Aries. This is the masculine ruler, authority, power, drive. It's like leadership, ultimate leadership. Very Mars energy, very Aries energy. It's literally an Aries card. In reverse, we were not connected to our power. We were not connected to our authority. We were not connected to ourselves. The Hangman upright is like taking a moment to do this, right? To consider a new perspective, one we can only reach perhaps through a moment of discomfort, and through considering things through like a completely opposite lens, right? Something here would tell me that like I am taking a pause and getting in touch with my authentic power. Both of these in reverse tells me I'm resisting the pause, which would align me with my true power, right? And then you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse on top of both of those things. The Four of Pentacles upright is like gripping, grasping, trying to control instead of allowing things to flow and move freely, trying to force stability when fluidity and movement would benefit better, would be the only things possible, right? But it's in reverse. So it tells me you are letting go of too tight of a grip. And I believe the grip was too tight on like resisting true self-reflection, which would bring you to alignment with true inner authority, inner sovereignty, your ability to lead yourself and then others, right? We're letting that go though. We're letting that ease. I feel like that's a part of like what this moment and what this moment showed and revealed to us is that like the way we were making a mark on the world, trying to make our impact felt was not useful, was not effective or productive, was not beneficial to us or others. And so we had to separate, we had to go within, we had to shut down, we had to step away from like a platform perhaps and experience a moment of discomfort. We resisted it for a long time, I feel, but now we are letting that go and coming into something new. Overall, you have the King of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers. This is about your power, right? This is about leading with heart, bravely, compassionately, benevolently, lovingly. But in reverse, we weren't there. There was an alignment between like our intentions and our actions, our wants and our outcomes. Like we weren't connected to the heart, and so our actions weren't having the outcome or the effect that we wanted, right? But this tells me the Lovers on top of both of those tells me like we are in touch with ourselves now because we did this, right? Because we stopped resisting. Because we stopped resisting this. We are in touch in a way that we absolutely were not in the past. This is a course about your ability to lead your own life, right? And to lead others by, cause and effect, by like ripple effect. We weren't aligned with that, and we shut it down, or it was shut down for us. But we have that contact now. We have that ability. We have that knowingness. We have that alignment that lets us flip ourselves right back around and lead in a way that is from the heart and effective and brave, right? Authentic. People will flock to that. They will be attracted to that, right? Continue to seek out the path. Allow them to join the mission, right? Continue to speak your truth. Do not silence yourself anymore, right? Don't silence yourself anymore. This is about, no, I love you, but I also love me. Both of these things are important. Both of these things are needed. Both of these things are necessary. I love you, but I also love me. I will not give up the sovereignty, the power, the authority I have over my own life. I won't try to force that authority onto you, but I know if I own it myself uniquely without forcing, like, you will be attracted to it. And I will get what I was seeking here and not accomplishing or realizing. I will get it. But through a completely different way, by flipping it on its head. I don't have to force my hand. I just move it. And trust that the people that want to follow that movement will follow it. But I don't have to force their head to move, right? I don't have to force their hand to hold. I don't have to do any of those things because I trust that really I'm only here to lead my own life. It will have an effect in that, like, people will look up to that because that is so hard to do, but it is the ultimate ask, right? Lead your own life and trust that, like, the rest will follow. Absolutely. Shine your fire. Like, stop hiding it away. Stop hiding it away. Stop hiding it away. You've cultivated it. You've tended to it. It's yours. You're holding it now. No one can take it from you. No one can take it from you in a way that perhaps they did in the recent past, right? But even if that, and I believe this experience that caused you all of this anger, that caused you to shut down, that made you hide a truth, right? Avoid confrontation. Even if that moment was very painful, you can see now that it was beneficial, it was useful, it served a purpose. It brought you back to yourself. Let's get you a parting message from the Gaia Oracle deck for the month, my Aries, who are back on the throne of their own life, back at the bow of their own ship. Welcome back. You are missed. I believe you are about to find out just how missed you were. Can I get a final message for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node? Wow, you got 2. 36, Moonlight, Travel, Romance, Potential. And then 45, Evolution, Earth Changes, and Transformation. I'm going to read Moonlight to you, because that feels like a more personal energy. This feels like a collective energy, but this feels personal to you. Let me read that. 36, breaking down to a 9, spiritual completion, the number of spiritual completion. Moonlight, travel, romance, potential. Wow. Romance is in the air. You will soon travel to somewhere special. A romantic evening leads you to discover a source of untapped and virtually unlimited potential. A simple yet inspirational idea comes to you and will have you look at life from a new perspective. Through this, you will create something new, something that will be of lasting value. Emperor builds shit that lasts. Relax, unwind, and enjoy this time. The reflective light of the moon fills your heart with love and reveals a deep well of untapped creative possibility. I look at things from a new perspective. My life is full of unlimited potential. Creative possibilities are all around me. Life is an endless source of inspiration. Welcome back. Go shine. Talk soon, Aries.